Welcome to the 26th episode of Girl Same the Podcast. I am your host today, Kaylee Judge. We're going to do a quick one because we are just here to celebrate 6 months. Every week we have been releasing an episode on Thursday, and I just want to say thank you to everyone that has been tagging along for this new adventure that we're on. We were not professionals, and we still aren't at this when we first started. We've gotten a little bit better production-wise and figuring out how to post things and edit and all that good stuff. But thanks for hanging in there with us. I wanted to take today just to say thank you and to provide some information about how we've done so far, because I think it's fun to see, and it's all thanks to you all who listen and follow along, so we appreciate it. I do want to make a quick announcement, though, before we get into all that exciting stuff. We will be taking a month off from recording and posting, so this episode is August 20th, 2026, and we won't be back until September 17th, 2026. So a couple weeks off there, get a little break, and we'll come back swinging for you guys. Hopefully, starting this fall, we're going to start having guests on the podcast, interviewing people, getting their 2 cents on things. So we're excited about that as well. As we're learning and growing, we're going to change some things up there too. It's not just going to be Michaela and I who you're used to, but that should be fun. All right, so I wanted to share a couple quick things with you guys today. First, just to give you a little breakdown, we post via Spotify on their platform, and then we also record on a platform that allows us to post to YouTube as well. Spotify sends the post also to Apple Podcasts. So we're on those 3 platforms for listening. We do have Instagram, but it doesn't post a full episode there, of course. So I want to talk about Spotify first because I thought it was interesting. The trends between, we'll say, Spotify and then YouTube are a little bit different. So on Spotify, all-time plays and downloads, so this will be all-time impressions that we've made or people that have listened to us over the last 6 months, is 780, which is pretty incredible. I've been watching that number tick up over time, and it's pretty cool to see. 780, that doesn't mean 780 individual people, but 780 times our podcast has been listened to, which is impeccable. As I'm sure you probably imagine, most of our listeners on Spotify and on YouTube are women, so way to go, ladies. Our audience is about 80% women, which is pretty funny there. Not shocking, though. And most of our audience members are between the age 23 and 34. And then we have another chunk of folks that are between the age of 45 and 60 plus. So we've got a little gap in the 30s there, but overall, nice to see that it's not just people our age listening. I think that's pretty cool that people across the board find what we're saying interesting. So that's pretty exciting. In terms of regions, we have a big chunk, almost 50% of our listeners are out of Virginia, with the next largest chunk from Arizona, and then North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Texas, Nevada. So we've got a couple states represented there, which is pretty cool too. One more thing I wanted to call out for Spotify, the top episode on Spotify it actually came out just a couple weeks ago, and it was episode 23, The Lies of the Modern Love Story. Kind of blew the rest of the episodes out of the water in terms of listens, which is interesting. Second runner-up to that is episode 24, another recent one, The Lost Art of Hospitality, which I personally loved that episode. Those are going to be interesting just because of what we'll talk about YouTube. So YouTube total streams is 482, which is awesome because when we first started, actually, we didn't have a YouTube, but Michaela requested it because her parents actually didn't have Spotify. And so we started the YouTube, and we've had 482 streams total there over the past 6 months. Interestingly, though, the top episode from YouTube is actually episode number 5. So months and months ago, Fruitful Friendships. Second runner up to that is Singleness and Dating. So I thought that was kind of funny that some of our top episodes from YouTube were from when we kind of got started, and our top ones from Spotify are kind of the most recent ones here, which is funny. The Fruitful Friendships episode 5 did make the top list on Spotify, but it was a couple ones down from the ones that I had shared. The YouTube, though, recent favorites are You Don't Need More Self-Help, and which is episode 22, and then again episode 24, The Lost Art of Hospitality. So some similarities with favorite recent ones, but not favorite overall. So it's been interesting to look at that as we kind of figure out what themes people seem to gravitate towards and enjoy, and try to focus on those topics when our different audiences, based off of their listening platform, seem to enjoy different topics. So we'll have to figure out there what we're going to do about that. I would love to hear, though, if you guys want to comment or send us a message, what your favorite episode has been, what you want us to talk about. We're going to have some time off. Like I said, we're going to be out for a month, but we're going to come back, and we already have a list of things that we want to get to, guests that we want to have on. But of course, if you guys aren't interested in any of it, it doesn't matter. So we'd love to hear what you guys would be interested in and what you think would be most important to hear about, or even if you have a recommendation about a guest to have on, we'd love to hear that too. Thanks again so much for listening for these past 6 months and joining us along, and I hope you'll join as we come back in a month from now to pick it right back up where we left off, hopefully better than before. And thanks for being patient with us as we learn and grow and improve all along the way. All right. Have a good rest of your August and start to September, and we'll see you soon. Bye.